So I just want to show a little bit about what I'm doing for production for Phil's tune these days. Definitely kind of working with what's available and what's around. And I've got vocals and ukulele from him here. So I set it up to the metronome. Magoo is obviously helping as per the usual. Anyway, since I don't have the space to set up a full drum set or whatever, I got these sticks that have kind of a mallet type end on them, and I just set up this floor tom that I have laying in the garage. I tuned it so that it was nice and kind of even. I put a dampener on it that doesn't fit, and so it rattled like hell. So I put a couple pieces of tape on it, and it's got a nice tone to it. So I'm gonna try and make weird stuff for Phil. I don't know what else I'm gonna do to it, but this is where I'm starting anyway, so yeah, good stuff. So after I did 2 takes of the floor tom, kind of just banging around on it, I did 2 takes with 2 sticks and just hitting on the sides and clicking the sticks together in kind of a rhythmic pattern. And I used, this is one of the cymbals, like simulators, so I just kind of like wrapped it up, shook it around, did some like hanging it from that, and then like shaking it, hitting it with the back of my hand, trying to be in time, but it's a sleigh bell, so it doesn't really have to. And then for like, instead of cymbal crashes, I'm gonna try doing these end up sounding like kind of like pings when they're hit together, and they do sound nice, but they've been hanging out in the garage a little long and they got rusty as hell. So I got some cymbal cleaner. I'm letting it soak on there, rub it in until it's cloudy, and then buff it. So I'm gonna do that, and then add those little tings to it and see what happens. So this has kind of turned into what do I have laying around, and the xylophone has not really been used. An Audix something or other, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I did like 1 take on the low end of the register, the other one on the high, and panned them out. And so we'll see if it makes the mix or not. So now that Mr. Magoo is finally in bed, I'm gonna do, I tried to set up the triangle, but I don't have the right hanger for it, but I'm gonna do this wood block thing. Just kind of do some like, I don't know what the heck, and then I'll probably do a couple takes with my fancy little hand drum I got, and then basically acoustic guitar, drums, or acoustic guitar and something for a bass element. I don't know if I'll do an organ or what, but then I think I'm gonna call it good for tonight anyway. So I just want to make a quick note about what I did with the guitar. I layered some acoustic guitar underneath it, and so the chords, it's tuned a half step down. I don't know what he did. It's a bass ukulele, I think, that he uses, but the chords that I found that work, it's an F, but it's like an F sus 9 or something. It's like open, and then he just moves up to like the G with the same strings open. And so I did in a layer on each side, left and right, all the way wide. And then a few degrees closer to the center, I just did power chords of F, but it's actually E because it's a half step down, whatever, and G. And then to accent a couple of the fancy parts, I did octaves, but instead of just doing the straight high octaves, I added this, it's basically 8 where that is with the octave, so that it sounds like that. And then I did the actual like major chord for the high one, and then just jumped to the 12 or 13. So I layered 6 acoustic guitars on it, all the plinking of the xylophone. For the acoustic guitar recording, I used the same mic that I used on the xylophone. I used the Audix. It's the I looked it up actually. It's the Fusion series, and this is the F15 small diaphragm condenser. So I haven't been really miking acoustic guitars. I've been direct in for demos, but this is possibly going to be on the 7-inch if he approves the mix. So yeah, that's a wrap on that. I'm gonna add a little clip to it, show you guys what we're working on, and let you know Dismal Records is still alive and well and working on stuff. So thanks for checking it out.